So many news came through, and of course, so many shows came out, so many songs came out in videos just like that, as we always do it and as we always love it. We were there, we witnessed it, and we made sure that we gathered it around so that we can just come and bring it to you, our favorite viewers right there who are watching The Lounge. And of course, you with me, Professor Lance, not forgetting my main man, my colleague.
How have you been? Good morning.
Good morning. I've been all right. I don't know. How have you been?
Not bad, can't complain, and it's great to be back right here as well.
Yeah, great to be back and good to see you.
Yeah, same here as well.
I think I haven't seen you for 3 weeks.
Is it?
We were out for 3 weeks.
Someone's lying again. All right, so what you can do, like Professor Lance said right there, you can still get super interactive. The numbers that are on your screen right there as well. Tell us where you're watching from, your location. It is a Friday, and what you're up to as well. So we get to update you on what's been trending as far as entertainment is concerned. And right about now, you can also get to watch live on Facebook. We are streaming live right about now. So go on Facebook, search for Prime Television Zambia, and get to check out the live streaming right about now.
Definitely. So if you have somebody who is in the diaspora, like my main man, my colleague says, you just have to look out for Prime TV Zambia on Facebook or Prime Television Zambia. Get to like that page and then get informed and get that particular news which you want to see and hear about right here on Prime TV.
It's all about local, and from the dress code itself, you will tell that we are putting on Z-Med. We're so proud of our very own local staff as well at the end of the day. This is why we talk about local entertainment, and now putting on a brand made by a local person. We're going to be having a chat with him a little bit later, as well as some trending news. So I had some privilege to get to play the song, and it's so sad to get to find out what happened about the song. So we're talking about Yo Maps and J Max's song. So we'll be finding out about that. So when you were telling me about it, saying, okay, there's a story that you have heard about the very same song as well. How a lot of controversy came through on social media, but we're going to be finding out, so we're going to be having a chat with one of the guys, is it?
Yeah, we're going to have a chat with the owner of the song, or one of the guys who owns the song. He's right here in the studio. And then we also have a message from Yo Maps. He sent something through, and later on in the show, we're going to try and get in touch with him so that he can do it live right here on TV. You get it firsthand, first information. We always want to clear out controversy, because what we want to see in the Zambian entertainment industry is people uniting, getting together so that we can grow big as an entertainment industry. The way people have made it in the outside countries, it's because they stick together, they help one another, and they move in the same form. So that's how we want to do it right here on The Lounge. Hence the reason why we want to bring down controversy and make sure that we unite these people, because without them, then entertainment industry will be really boring.
Yeah, true that. Let's go straight to something that we start up your morning with. It's very, very, very vital that you get to start up your morning on a different note. This time around, we are talking about how to plant success. It's very important. Whatever that you get to plant is something that you're going to ati uyala if you are somebola. Something like that. But let's check out this motivation piece. Hope it gets to make your morning. On the other side, we get back. We still have the lounge talent. We still have Roberto coming through, and more stories coming through right here. But for now, let's go to our motivation clip.
I hope you enjoy this video. Everything in the universe operates on a set of universal laws. In principle, these laws can't be broken, and they are always in effect, no matter where you are. Some of these laws are physical, while others are quantum or spiritual laws that involve intangible properties. The more scientists study the world on a quantum level, the more they are convinced of intelligent design. Albert Einstein once said, "Everyone who is seriously involved in the pursuit of science becomes convinced that a spirit is manifest in the laws of the universe." The spiritual laws are just as reliable as the physical laws, and they also affect every aspect of life on earth. Ancient mystics and philosophers have known and talked about these spiritual laws for thousands of years, but the majority of people are still uninformed. I'm going to teach you how to use only one of these spiritual laws in order to create and shape your personal world how you want it to be. If you master this one principle, you can literally manifest anything into the physical world. This information is so simple and so easy to use that most adults will be turned off by its simplicity. For some odd reason, humans will value anything complicated and totally disregard anything made simple. Author and speaker William Golding once said, "The greatest ideas are the simple ones." And that is so true. There are many universal laws, but the one I will be talking about today is the law of reaping and sowing. This universal law states whatever you plant into your mind, you will eventually manifest in the outside world. It's just like planting an apple tree. You first gather rich, fertile soil. You choose which apple seed you would like to plant. You give it ample amounts of water and sunlight. And when the time is right and the season is set, that seed has to sprout into a mighty apple tree. And the same goes with your life, except the soil is your mind, the seeds are your thoughts, the water are your actions, and the sun are your feelings. One thing I can guarantee, if you plant any idea in your mind and feel as if it's already yours and work steadily towards it, it has to manifest. It has no choice because it's a law. But people say, well, if that is the case, then why is it that so many people don't get what they want in life? And I'll tell you, because most people don't get what they want because they are trained to focus and think about the things they don't want to happen. You might have heard the expression, energy flows where attention goes. Whatever your focus on expands is true. Everything is energy, and all energy attracts similar energy, abundance. And watch those seeds sprout and manifest in your life. Life is a constant reaping and sowing. What you give, you receive. The energy you put out is what you get back. How you treat others is how you'll eventually be treated. What you say about others will be said about you. As Florence Scovel Shinn would say, the game of life is the game of boomerangs. Our thoughts, deeds, and words return to us sooner or later with astounding accuracy. If you master this simple law, you will be able to create happiness in all areas of your life. One thing that you have to remember: your thoughts are seeds, and your mind is fertile land. The mind doesn't care what you plant in it. It will always yield results. You can plant vegetables, or you can plant weeds. You can plant wealth, or you can plant poverty. You can plant misery, or you can plant happiness. It's all up to you, because you are always reaping what you sow.
Very interesting right there, and that's something that we wanted to get
Thanks
to
for
share with
watching.
you this morning, as far as the motivation is concerned right there. And there's something very catchy about quite a number of things that have been put down on that motivation piece, where it talks about what you put in is what you get, and you don't expect results if you don't put in something at the end of the day right there. So make sure that you get to work extra hard on something that you want to get to achieve, Because I've seen some people who work so extra hard at school, and some people think like, no, why am I pass out? Why am I not making it? Or maybe why is this person driving? Satanic, you know, there's such things.
Yeah, there's such.
And
There's such.
they just don't want to find out, how did this person make it in life? So it's one of the things right there. You just need to work hard. There's no any other way.
Yeah, that's just how it is, or that's how you go about it. So it talks about what you say about people in their back is what people talk about you in your back. So it's about what you sow is what you reap. You can't sow something negative and reap something positive, or you can't sow something positive and reap out something which is negative. What you put in, the energy that you put in, is the exact amount of what you get out of it. So for you to be successful, you have to put in what you want to get out by the end of the day. So that's just how it is. There is nothing tricky about it. There is nothing witchy or witchcraft about it. There's nothing extraordinary about it. It's just about you putting in what you want to get out of it. That's just how it is.
All right,
Yeah.
so very interesting for your Friday. Hope that motivation made your morning, like we did mention, and hope it's gonna change that mindset that you had.
Yeah.
And be alert on what you should do in your life right there. It's a new month, like Professor said earlier on, and you can still make a difference in any day, any few minutes that you still have in your life. You can still make something as a change at the end of the day right there as well. So we'll get into something very different. So I don't know. There's something that was happening. I know a few days we're not on TV, but there's so many news that
So many
were
things
trending.
happened.
And one of the stories about Banner. I don't know if you've noticed this. There's always something to talk about when we have an international artist come in the country. You know, there's always that thing. Rumor has it, AKA is gonna be coming through.
Yeah.
And I was doing some background check on AKA, only to find out that he's a huge fan of wrestling.
Wrestling?
And yeah, WWE. So people on Twitter, you know, Twitter was saying, you know, how people were retweeting back saying, we hope, you know, we hope.
Yeah,
That's like
we,
a gym.
we hope we won't see the banner kicking.
But yeah, it's a rumor. So you need to look out for AKA in Zambia pretty much soon as well, as far as that news is concerned. And we still have one international actor. His name is Jimmy.
Jim Ike.
And
he's in the country.
He's in the country right about now.
The premiere is today, right?
It's today, yeah.
Yeah.
So few minutes, maybe one of these few minutes, maybe we can get to talk to one of the guys who are organizing, just to get to find out what time is that local movie is gonna be showing. And one of the characters, just in case we missed out, CQ Muzukulu is playing,
main actor.
is playing a role as a main actor, like Lance said, with the name Pio.
Pio.
Someone who just dreams, someone who wants to achieve something at the end of the day. So yeah.
Yeah, so we've been talking about Pio and the premiering of this particular new movie, Zambian movie, Proudly Zambian. We've been talking about it, I think, for quite a number of times. And I think on this very show, we even managed to show the trailer, if not two. It's about 3 times we managed to show it so that we can just get you updated on how this movie is about, the whereabouts, where it's going to be, and when it is going to come out. And I think in our last show, we did mention, say, we'll be keeping you updated on what's happening.
Which we're doing.
With this movie, what day, what time, who is who, and what is what. And by the way, you were supposed to have an interview with Jim. Did it go through?
We just had a phone call interview with them just to get find out because of busy
the busy schedule.
Yeah, that he had at the end of the day. Then he was expelling because the movie was supposed to premiere last week. And what happened is that he missed his flight. So basically they had to wait for him until he arrived in the country. That was it on Wednesday, Tuesday, somewhere. That
was on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's when
Wednesday.
he came in Zambia right there. So yeah, pretty much like that. And make sure that you get to find your way today as well. We're gonna be giving you more details about that. But for now, let's go to something that we call the Lounge Talent. On the other side, we still have more stories coming through. Doc G from Zone Farm, he has a new song, and he has something to say today, this morning. But for now, let's check out the Lounge Talent.
All right, so when we talk about talent or the lounge talent, like we always say it and like we always put it, we get to give you the platform or the idea, or we leave it up to you to decide what you want us to show on the lounge talent. And when we talk about that, we say that if you think that you have got talent, you think that you have got talent.
Do you think you have talent?
I'm talking, this is talent. It's not easy to talk.
Did you see some dance moves on that?
And I told you I can dance, but I didn't say that's my talent. I can dance, it's not my talent.
In 2019, I thought we left that in 2018.
You're trying to bring it back.
We're still going to be fighting that, though. We're still going to be behind that. Okay.
No, I said it behind the camera, yes.
Yeah,
like you know, let's say, for example, you go to a wedding and then maybe you are the one who is filming that particular wedding. Mabwache apeseka nje muntu ali kamera chinyimbo chirira vina that way I can dance. But ukusogolo kwa camera or in front of people, you know, like people sit down and then they are saying, let's watch Lance dancing. I can't do that.
So it's not your talent that you have.
That's what I said. I can dance, but it's not my talent.
It's not your talent.
Yeah, my
Even
talent
the background
is
is not your talent.
No, it's not my talent. I just do it for fun.
Because if you want to bring it back to definition of talent, they say it's a special ability.
Yeah, talking is my special ability.
A special ability is something that you showcase. So I should not even a single day hear you say on TV saying, I can do this off the camera. It's not your talent. Let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on to another. Yeah? Defeated, I know.
No, I'm not defeated.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm not defeated. I was trying to swallow it because I wanted to make an emphasis on the lounge talent.
So you're trying
yeah,
to
so I'm trying to swallow what you've said and then continue with the emphasis that I want to make.
Okay.
Yeah, before I get to respond to you, you know, we get into the nitty-gritties and then this and that. Because when we get into that, you know, even we can last the whole day. Yeah, we just arguing until nobody comes out as a winner.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
When we talk about the lounge talent, we talk about you people that have got talent. You think that you've got talent, you can sing, you can dance, you can dub, you can, you know, wherever that you think is talent. Like we always say, we've got the numbers which are on the bottom of the screen right there. We say, get to film yourself, send it to us via WhatsApp on those two particular numbers. And then better still, if you think you're not on WhatsApp but you are on Facebook, make sure that you get to like our page, which is The Lounge. Inbox us that talent which you feel you have, and right here the committee will sit down, look at what you have sent, and definitely we are giving you that platform of showcasing your talent on live TV right here on The Lounge.
Yeah, so another clarity on what Lance said. It's not just about Professor and PMC on TV. It's the team that looks on every clip that you get to send. So if you send those clips, please, if you don't show it, please.
It's not Lance.
Wait for the credits. There's the entire team. Wait for the credits. So if you don't show those clips, those are the people behind everything right here. So please, no, Lance in the PMC, Mama Sanka, no ways.
No,
let's move
we
on.
don't do that.
So we were talking about Roberto's and big ups. We never had the chance to get to say congratulations to him for scooping that award.
Scooping the hip people.
And he said hi people.
Hi
you know,
people.
he made a correction. So
Okay.
we thought it was hi people, but when I had an interview with him, he said it's High People Awards.
Okay,
And,
not hip people.
No, it's high people.
It sounds Nyanja. It looks Nyanja, even the spelling. So, you go like it is. Yeah.
So, yeah, we're talking about that. And you remember, we're talking about one person who retweeted saying he can't scoop the award because of what.
That guy.
Yeah. So now, I had the privilege to get to have a chat with Roberto where I was saying, how about can retweet, boss? Someone never believed in your work saying you can't scoop because they were the likes of Shekinah, likes of big artists, you know, and only to be announced as a winner. But we're not talking about that, but we're just saying congratulations to him. We are here to talk about his current brand new video, which dropped something entitled Beautiful.
Beautiful.
It is beautiful. Shot and directed by local media houses.
Yeah, although the video doesn't look like it's local.
Yeah.
It looks international. And when I saw the production house, I was like, wow, we've really improved. Because I was trying to compare the same video and compare it with my video ajabe na Black Moon too, you know, Chibebe, Vena Chateau, this and that. I was like, oh, okay, there is massive improvement when it comes to our media, our production houses in terms of picture quality, camera angles, and also venues of where they're doing their films and filming the music videos. So I was like, wow, I'm impressed. Yeah, we're taking a stride.
Superstar, the man himself, superstar, hashtag superstar Roberto. Let's check out a snippet of it. And I'm super excited about the Mokwana Top 10 on a Saturday, something that you need to look out for. So videos like that, they stand a chance to be shown on that particular show as well, right there as well. So let's check out Beautiful by the man Roberto, just a snippet of it, and you can still get to vote for your favorite video as well on Top 10 Mokwana with your man himself, D Black. But for now, let's check out Roberto.
Because of you, mama, because of you, I'd rather be alone. Babe, I can't move on, cause you're my favorite song. I wanna play you all night long. Daba, ni manvera complete. Story easy because isi security. Ine, ni manvera na iwe. Ona nena ginger because of you. I'd rather be alone. Kasuliko, babe, I can't move on, cause you're my favorite song. I wanna play you all night long. Daba, ni manvera complete. Story easy because isi security. Ine, ni manvera hati beat.
In case you didn't know, so yeah, Mr. Amarura, Mr. Vitamin
U,
and Mr. African Woman. So many songs
So
to get
many
to
songs.
relate to. So that's pretty much
and
his
Mr.
current-
Operator. I think I would stick with Operator.
Yeah, so
That's
something
my
new,
favorite song.
fresh, just in case you didn't know.
Yeah, something new, fresh, awesome. Well, it's received massive airplay on radios. I think you would bear with me that whenever one is on radio, it doesn't go a day, a minute, an hour without the song being requested for. So this is something that we need to appreciate. Local is laka, or laka is local. It depends kweona kulila, or who taught you the first English. And then we were talking about what happened in the month of March. So many things happened, rumors, things happening, the breakup of 408 Empire, the diss of Burna Boy towards Y Celeb, Sab Sabala also talking about Y Celeb talking about Sabala, and all in all, we're just talking about 408 Empire. There are serious wrangles there. And then I remember one DJ posting on Facebook saying, I don't think groups in Zambia will ever work out because vamabwela che wakabwela, you know, by then ishwakabwambo panga ndalama. Once we're hitting our blower ambopanga ndalama, then what comes up next? They break away, they break out. Is that how it's going to be? So 408 Empire at the moment, wouldn't say they've broken up, but they've created cartels. Okay, because there's 408 for Sab Sabala and Wau, 408 Ray D and Y Celeb, 408, who is this other guy?
So there was something which was being said, saying on one of the interviews I watched where one of the guys should be Ray or Sabala, where I was explaining saying 408 Empire is now two guys. If you hear other guys saying 408,
that was Y Celeb. Y Celeb was saying that, but also Sabala said that to say 408 nma guys babiri, meaning that's Sabala and Wau. And then also Y Celeb said the same. It's only two guys, which is him, Y Celeb, and Ray D. So ngamlefo panga show mwaitaba 408 Empire ngakwaisa bambi, that is not 408 Empire. Those are imposters. These two teams are all saying that. So we don't know what's really happening. And then if you followed Y Celeb, we also mentioned something to say 408, it's no longer a musical group where they would sign you as an artist, but it's a group where they are teaching you 408 music. Yeah, it's more like a school for 408 music. Hence the reason why when you hear to most of the songs, once very quite voice quite Y Celeb. Wahoo sounds like Y Celeb. Sabala, I think the only guy that sounds different is Ray D. No, if not Sabala, then it's Ray D. Otherwise, all of them, they sound with that horsey voice. So they are saying that's a school which teaches people or these upcoming artists to do the 408 music.
All right.
Not that it's a group.
Very interesting. How lots of things. But anyways, one of these fine days, we should get to have a topic talking about groups. Lasting. What makes the splitting of groups at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because basically I've seen that happening most of the time.
Too much. So
maybe because I'm upcoming switch without making it. Because if their goal is to grow big, okay, and when they get to the top, then the only thing that we see is that this one is working as a solo artist, this one's doing other stuff. So, but anyways, let's go straight to Kopala.
The Kopala.
And which is something is trending as well. And it's quite very different to get to find out that the story which was happening and the argument on Facebook was all made up story.
True.
And if you checked out the comments, which people were talking about, the person who looks so... then, or maybe two people are dating. And the other people, this was advising, saying, no, the other one saying, no. Then at the end of the day, you find those people, two people again, they are still together.
Yeah.
The person who was advising Musi looks again so bad because it was just an advice. The same thing that was happening on social media. People were talking about this beef, Kopala, Lusaka, Shanshan, without knowing that that was a made-up story. And
yeah, I was so shocked. It was
all planned up. And that was happening. I'm like,
maybe the reason why people thought of planning that is when we take it back to TMB, they organize awards and shows. So they had a show called Lusaka versus Mansa. And maybe they also tried to do something like that. Okay, Lusaka versus Kopala, since they also looked at the fact that Makitu and Slap D came together. Yeah, he said, "Kanshi kulishani, kuchaka, lay back, and then we watch and see what happens." So maybe it all comes from that, because I think people were enjoying the fact that there was Kopala swag and Lusaka swag, there's that friction and tension where Lusaka swag, it's all about XYZ fans, and Kopala swag, it's all about Makitu and the guys, and then there's just that friction. So I think people are now getting bored, the fact that, these two guys have come together and then there's nothing like, you already this or you, already this or you. Although there have been some talks to say that XYZ has been more on the downfall or on the down low, because there is no song that has come out where, we have XYZ talking about XYZ. Okay, if Makitu comes out with a song, he mentions the Kopala swag. But if Slap D, Dave, or whoever that is in XYZ, there's no mention of XYZ. So people are saying, I think XYZ, there's a downfall, they're not doing much to come up into the limelight and the thing. Hence, maybe the reason why they decided to end that Kopala and XYZ beef.
What do you mean when you say there's no XYZ? You mean the intro part?
Yeah, the intro part.
It's there.
No, many people have heard that. Many people have been complaining.
I'm trying to find out if Wacheda she's signed under XYZ, because her current brand new single, it says XYZ Entertainment. She has a current song.
That's a production house.
I don't know if you hate it.
No,
all right.
I haven't yet.
Let's go to Kopala. On the other side, we get to have a chat with Z-Made and get to find out a few things right here on the lounge.
Hello people, I'm joined by the Republican President of Zambia, Mr. Edgar Chagwalungu. Sir, how are you, and welcome to Kopala Laka's show.
Thank you very much. I'm good. No, I'm very much okay. Yes.
So, sir, how's life and how's the State House?
State House is just okay. We are managing things in this country. Aye. Yes, but
sir, you released some funds to go and capture that ghost. I don't know.
Yeah, she people go people are busy criticizing. President that Maria Shifie. Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, Mwapondo. So you've been seeing what has been happening on social media. What do you think about Prudence and Temper?
Chifukushi cha generator. Ile filo kwaka. Nangu vile vile baba ile transformer ya pile ku trans. ebyapalana nkuvibika pamo olwo twasabika pamo ekifukushi kya nani kale kyansala olwo twasabula ekifukushi kyayali amalati yali eshupa kale kariba byeyaumine ekifukushi kyakwetewule prudence.
So what can you say about what are you doing in order to control such youths in our society?
Chifukushi
and your
chidya
government?
let me tell you bulye bushiru kwezi womundu yayo ndivi wala nyembale kumye okushite kumye yokuti washite we tete ushite pena ngufeni we
boss mamfure so
That's pretty much on what we had. Bakopala, now EL, now ECL. Right there, so you can check out some bit of comedy stuff happening right there. And we just decided to get to showcase that and maybe give you a glimpse on what is going on in the backside of information as far as comedy is concerned right there as well. So still on the launch, like I already mentioned earlier on, that I'm still going to be having a chat with our local I can mention self-entrepreneur who's into business in terms of printing, doing other stuff, branding, other stuff. It's just on point. So the hoodie that I'm putting on right about now, as well as the t-shirt that Lance is putting on as well, that were all made by him. Welcome. Good morning. How are you doing?
Morning. How are you?
Not bad. How have you been?
I've been all right, thanks.
All right. So this is like the first time I'm hosting you right here.
Yes.
And we're trying to find out a few things, because there's always that thing when you're doing something different, like we always say right here, we get to follow you and get to find out more about you. For people who are watching right about now, they don't know who I'm talking to. And from the intro, I've said that you are into printing.
Yes.
Let's talk about the love or the passion. When did it develop?
First and foremost, I would say thank you for being on this program. The whole movement started in 2016. It was just like an idea that I needed to sell here and there. I started lubricating my own shirts. Yes. Eventually, I decided to develop it into something that people can look at and say, oh, this is Zambian clothing line. So that's why we call it proudly Z-made, Dizale. Dizale means design. Okay. I don't know if you... yes.
Yeah. Breaking it down. But let's start with your names. And for how long have you been in this business?
Say, I've been in business for 4 years now. My name's Demi Peter Kawasoma Sialeti. Yes, I was born in the Copper Belt. Yeah, but I'm full-time in LSK.
So many people that we have from Copper Belt, boss. Let's bring it back again. When it comes to business, I know I was doing some few researching about the things that you're supposed to have. They're quite very expensive. How was it from the start when you told yourself saying, I want to get myself in this kind of business?
Yeah, like I can say, it always starts from the dream that you have at the end of the day. We all set goals. This is what I want to achieve in future. This is what I want to be, just like that. So I decided to come up with something. You can say art is an inborn thing. So I decided to come up with deco arts. I don't know if you're aware about that, because deco arts is the main thing, and Z-Made is like a product for deco arts. So, you know, day by day, if you're putting in more effort, you're pushing, you're able to grow, and you're able to achieve whatever you want. You need to put effort, make sales, make a little income here and there. Like people happen to like the label, and the likes maybe come, oh, we want to do this for us, we want to do this for us. Because it's a broad thing, because we don't only do t-shirts, we are into branding, vehicle branding, we do like wall painting, decorating, and the likes.
Okay. And this brand right here that I'm putting on, it's quite very different. As much as someone who's watching right about now, it's not something that when you wash it, it's like, yeah, instantly.
Okay.
What are you using to be different from other guys? Because you're in the business, and business, there's always competition. There's someone who's watching right about now. They're doing the kind of the business that you're doing.
Yes.
What's making you so different from others?
Yeah, that I can say what's making us so authentic is we studied the whole printing process. Because if you see, most of the guys use stickers, which we call vinyl. They call it video flakes. It has got a number of names. They just cut, put it on the plotter, cut, then they place with the heat place. But us, we went in with the traditional way of doing the shirts, which is screen printing. So that's screen print. It goes straight in the fabric. It can't come out.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
If you see those, they come like, coming out, if you have seen the video flakes, the way it behaves. Yeah. So this is something that it can help. You know, the material can tone, but the print can come out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're using the term we. There's a team behind.
Yes.
Okay. Which team are we talking about?
Okay. All in all, I can say Deco Arts is a team of people. I don't work together. I'll be selfish just to say I'm Deco Arts. Yeah, there's a team. I'm sure of the team of Deco Arts, we're about 6 of us.
Okay.
Yes. And ZMed itself, we have got about 51 promoters who are behind ZMed. We help to do sales and the likes. Yeah.
All right. So someone that I made up was saying there's something that people in Zambia that they like in terms of maybe branding. And this person was saying most people, local people who are trying to come out, they tend to use, like, for example, people are not comfortable saying you go in a shop and buy a plain t-shirt then print. Okay, so someone brought out an idea saying, how about you get to work with maybe African designers, people who like make clothes on their own, then you print. Have you thought of such an idea at one point? Like, in a way that maybe you can try to be creative or anyhow, in any way?
Okay, that's a good point you have there. The whole idea of coming up with a clothing line, that's why it says clothing line. This is just an introductory part of it. Then we are going to a big thing. I'm sure the next time I'll come on the show, you see something different.
Okay.
You won't believe it.
Okay.
Yeah. We are trying to do suits with chitenge, with different fabric that we can source locally with local guys. Yes, those are on the pipeline. We are looking at that. The sketches are done. So the next time you see, I'm sure even you, I'll present a new garment that will properly represent ZMed. Yes, that's a good thing, because I thought, you know, in Zambia, even the production of fabric is a challenge. You know that. Are you aware about that?
No, I'm hearing it from you.
Yes, it's a challenge just to have this produced locally. That's why we source from our supplier, then we print. But anyway, we are looking into that. I'm sure the next time, as I said, you'll see a different stuff coming from.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, you see something different coming from ZMed.
So have you been approached to maybe anyone outside Zambia who wants their printing to be done? Or have you done that before?
Yeah, just for few people out there, because there are people who are like in the States, UK, when they see the label, they say, oh, no, we are from that side. We want to be representing. So yeah, we have sent quite a number of pieces out. Yeah.
Let's talk about locations where people can get the t-shirts, just in case they are watching right about now, they want to find out more details. How affordable are you?
Affordability.
Talk about the business.
Oh, no, I can say I'm the cheapest in town.
Okay, they all
Yes.
say that.
They all say that.
No one can say I'm the expensive one.
Okay, I'm coming out, beat me. I sell my shirts at 85 kwacha. Tell me if you have seen it.
Okay, interesting. No, it's all good. I won't say much about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when it comes to printing, like, do you go with the wholesale kind of arrangement, or maybe anyone who wants an individual kind as well? package, bulk, anything? How do you do it?
We are open to that.
Okay.
Anyone can come if you want to share it, like for your birthday, whatever chew you have. You can come for a piece, 2 or 3, we don't mind. Yeah.
So if I bring my business right about now, how long can it take? Let's say maybe I need 10 t-shirts to be printed.
10 can be done within 24 hours, but we always ask for 3 working days because, you know, there are challenges here and there, that unforeseen occurrence. Just like
So it's possible if that 3 duration that you get to give, it doesn't happen, you pay me back my money.
Yeah, I've never experienced that.
Can that happen somewhere,
it's-
somehow?
Yeah.
Because they say customer care first at the end of the day. So if you don't reach to your, because we have seen that happen. There's always disappointment. Because when you say 3 days and surpasses to 4 days, I'm pretty sure there's something that you're supposed to do to your customers.
Yes, no. If the customer, if you haven't done the work and the customer demanded for refund, who are we?
Okay, so it's on your side.
The customer, yes, the customer is always lying.
All right.
It is. Just to come in, you ask for a location.
Yeah.
We have an office in town opposite National Meeting. The building is called 470 Kailo Boutique Mall. We are in room 7. Then the other office is in Madras. I don't know if you happen to know Madras. That Indian society in the midst of Kamwala and Kawata. Yeah, we are at 11 Obote. Yeah.
All right. And Facebook-wise, Twitter, Instagram, have you tried to open up pages where people can get to find out more and just scroll down and take their time and look at some of the things that you have done?
Yeah. For now, I think we are on Facebook. Yeah.
Okay.
The page is called Z-Made Disale Clothing Line. And there is another one which is Deco Arts Designs and Prints.
All right. Very interesting right there. Any remarks that you have to people who are watching right about now and they would like to get more details or maybe something that you feel like you've left out that we haven't talked about that you can still make them catch up and get to find out?
Yeah. People out there, let's go on supporting our local products. This what I'm wearing here, this is Z-Made label. Yeah, we're looking at the aspect whereby artists really flame to support the NYC, the Brooklyn, yeah, the Adidas, Gucci, and everything. Why people, we need to be proud of our own thing. That's why we came up with the product Z-Made, so that it represents you and me. Also,
yeah. Let's make sure that we support Z-Made, not just Z-Made, but all the local products.
Yes, that's
easy.
right.
Good having you. I know there was a few minutes, but I'm pretty sure someone got inspired by that. Yeah.
Pressure is on me.
It's not just about going to school and getting employed, but you can be your own CEO.
Yes, that's very true.
Which you are doing.
Yeah, because I've survived for some good 6 years on the street. Yeah.
Wow. I salute to that. Thank you very much for coming through.
Thanks.
Truly appreciate it. Get to find out more details as you get to find out what they're up to. I love how they do their thing because see plastic once you just wash, it goes out. But this one is something very different as well. So you can still get yourself a t-shirt, a hoodie, and get to find out about Z-Made as well. More details on Facebook right there. So that's pretty much on what we get to do right here on the lounge. Let's check out what Fly J and Dave have. They have a current single which is still going to be coming through as well this month in April. But let's check out their studio session in the background as they were recording.
We are looking for a better day. Alliance in Malimba, we are
Life boy imaenda just slow. Dimba, walimu ise boy bakitamba. Na panyuti ise boy bamakamba. Life boy imaenda just slow. Mutakapiti damu off na mu Django. One more time, let's go. Life iwe boy mwana iwe imalimba. Iwe boy kimambaka mufidimba. Walimu ise boy bakitamba. Na panyuti ise boy bamakamba. Life boy imaenda just slow. Mutakapiti damu Django. One more time, let's go. Life iwe boy mwana iwe imalimba. Iwe boy kimambaka mufidimba. Walimu ise boy bakitamba. Na panyuti ise boy bamakamba. Life boy imaenda just slow. Mutakapiti damu off na muoni.
So there have been so many talks about people stealing other people's music, and you know, I think we've had it about 3 or 4 times as a topic, talking about plagiarism. And in case you missed those 2 or 3 episodes which talked about plagiarism, we're talking about plagiarism. If you don't know what it means, or for those that did not get the actual idea of plagiarism, plagiarism is actually getting one's idea. In fact, getting sounds better. Stealing one's idea and making it look as if it's your own idea. We've had this so many times. So many people have come on board, complained about their music being stolen, or complained about their movies and anything that pertains to the entertainment industry being stolen. Just recently, before the one that we are here for, just recently when Fwedede came out, the one for Burna Boy, which features Y-Celeb, when it came out, one guy from right here in Lusaka called Mosby said that Burna Boy actually stole his song. The actual meaning, or the actual dance, the actual title of the song was Kadans Kashupile, which he later released. And when you look at the two, compare the two, maybe the dance may be the same, and a little bit of the content, as in how the dance should go, the way it was explained in the songs, is almost similar. And well, Mosby said his part. Burna Boy also, I had a chat with him. He said actually Fwedede was not stolen from this guy who claims to his song being stolen. He says Fwedede came as an idea when he and Y-Celeb and the other guys were in a vehicle, and some guy was doing whatever funny stuff, this and that. And then we've also had other issues of another guy whose music was stolen, and you know, just so many things came out. Now this time around, we are here because of something that has taken not only social media, but the media by storm, because it's this guy, he's been in the music for quite a long time. Yeah, he was in the background, he's a producer, he's an artist, and then his hit song, when his hit song came out last year, there were so many controversies. We had so many people that came through and said, actually, ujam guys, ija nyimbo anabela tishon. Okay? Ija nyimbo anabela tishoni, ija idea anabela tishoni. And not only that, but inapezeka futi anaba na artist we tishon ana featuring in that song. The song that I'm actually talking about, and the person that I'm talking about, is none other than Yomaps, Mr. Finally. So when Finally came out, so many people, so many fans came out and said Yomaps ija nyimbo idea anabela tishon. Permanent. If you've listened to Permanent, he says the idea is almost the same, and whatever that was happening in the background, just like that. But this time around, something which is shocking. For me, I would put it as shocking. Something which is shocking. Somebody does a song, or probably sells or writes a song, agulisa, nobo gulisa futikuli muntu winangu, or aba nobo pasa muntu winangu. So we're talking about Yomaps, and the person whose song has been on the spotlight has been stolen from, or not only that, but we have nagulisa and then abadaba yapesika na kwinangu. We are talking about Flavour Don, and we have him right here in the studio. We get to get his side of the story, and then On the other side, as we continue talking to him, we also get Yomap's side of the story and then try to merge these two together and see what best we can come out of this. Flavandon, welcome to Prime TV.
Yes.
And also Mwaiseni Mwabweleni on the lounge.
Yeah, tuatotira.
Mkwai. All right, so first things first. Kuli abantu that don't know you, tabami shiva obvious, tabami mfwapo, and then they would love to know uwine Flavandon, I mean, afu mina kuisa ni music in chaya, and then why kuisa randa fienje no if you are so if you are in tikira. Perhaps a brief background here.
No. Yeah, Flavandon ni artist feel Roro. Nambire ama songs and 2012 doing my songs, yeah. So mfuma kuchawa mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Chawama being represented. I know there's one guy from Prime TV who is very proud. He's a Chawama guy and he's proud of where he comes from. I'm sure Apamvera Moshe Celebu Chawama. Okay, let's get into the business of the day. Before I get your say on what happened, what we're going to do, let's take a listen to these two pieces of music. Okay, so let's start with Flavandon. This one, it features Yomaps. You can either call it Wedding Day or Fipangu Sule, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. So let's take a listen to these two songs, Yomaps and Flavandon, and then after that back to back with J-Max and Yomaps. Let's get a listen to this, and then when we come back, we get into it.
This is one of the DJ Makelo one, you know.
Vinamongan pa wedding day.
You know how we do this, ladies and gentlemen. Rashi fellow in the building. Flavandon, Yomaps, Sakato, King Triple One. Bashane kona chimbi chiwai shiva. Do you know? Like 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Chola msana vina careless. Vina mongan pa wedding day. My pleasure sasila munde. Don't mind them. Chola msana vina careless. Vina mongan pa wedding day. My pleasure sasila munde. Vipangu shule. Wakala maninge mubushimbe sinjako kalai. Vipangu shule. Vibanzako bapek. Vikuna maboza. Vipangu shule. Baby mo life ya new. Nikufina kadansi kai. Vipangu shule. Baby vipangu shule.
Waikala sana mubushimbe boy. Iwo lyonse kudandaula nokulandalanda ati life itayabafeya. Walaba we only live once. Ine okwetefe chance yakusansamuka kufipangu chula abano.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fresh Boy Music, we in the building. Vina mongan pa wedding day.
Tony Breeze on the mix. Fire away body set your life the yolo. But you're not about why she but tomorrow. You're surrounded but feel all alone. Coach Tasha needs to go solo. Abakupatana boniza holo. No watch it take like a sheba hoyo. The fire we look any patch of a panel. We post a commando. Tola mama no one celebrate life.
Chola msana vina careless. Vina mongan pa wedding day. My pleasure sasila munde.
It's so quiet.
Don't mind them. Chola musana vina careless. Vina mongan pa wedding day. My pleasure sasila munde. Vipangu shule. Wakala maninge mubushimbe sinjako kalai. Vipangu shule. Vibanzako bapek. Vikuna maboza. Vipangu shule. Baby mo life ya new. Nikufina kadansi kai. Vipangu shule. Baby vipangu shule.
You don't know. It's strangers better than an angel, you know. Ngola lila nyoselelo no more. Kumune filamba na appreciate more. You gotta learn how to live one more.
Stand about right there. The first song which you heard, okay, that was Flavandon, and it features Yomaps. Then the second song which you heard, that's J-Max, and it features Yomaps. Same idea, same chorus, same words, same title. It's up to you to decide. Like for, I think your Flavor Don, the time I downloaded it, instead of it being titled Fipangu Sule, by naming a chat Wedding Day, and then J-Max, it's Fipangu Sule, otherwise it's just one and the same thing. Your song came out first, and Pay Nachoka. Or maybe let's first come to this. How did you come up with this song? And how easy was it for you to work with Yo Maps?
Yeah, I was planning on doing a song. Then I came looking at who's the artist who is on the market. So I was looking for the line for Yo Maps. I had to call D Jones, and D Jones told me, yes, I have got the line for Yo Maps. I'll send it to you. So I had D Jones had to send the line to me. Then I had to call Yo Maps. Yeah, I talked to him. Yeah, we got to talk. Then he said, like, for now I'm busy. I wouldn't manage coming that side. So we can use the mobile monies on Airtel. Then I'll send to you the data using WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
Okay, so nina nuwa pangire concept ya nyimbo. Is it you or it's Yo Maps?
It's Yo Maps himself.
It's Yo Maps himself.
Yeah.
Okay, so walimulipira for that song, for him coming up with the song. Walimulipira for you coming up with the song and the idea na nendala maisha kuchita feature mulwimbo.
Yeah.
Okay, so or in short, you paid for the whole production.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah,
now,
like the song, we had to use my own production because he had to send their own data. So the producer who had to finish the song is my producer from here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so na tuminefye that.
Yeah.
So the title idea yakwa Yo Maps.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sorry to ask this, but how much did you pay for it?
Nah, that one I can't disclose that one.
Okay, because there's room. The reason why we would love the viewers to know it's because there's rumor going around to say you paid a less amount than what J-Max paid.
Yeah, I don't know, because that's what J-Max said.
Okay, so even J-Max told you the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll leave it in brackets. Okay, so now after waumfwa this song from J-Max, when it came out, what was your reaction?
No, I didn't hear the song when it came out. I was going through J-Max fan page. Then I had to saw a artwork.
Okay.
Yeah, when I saw the artwork, I was like, oh, but this title looks like my song. So I had to call Yo Maps. 2 days he wasn't picking up. Then I was looking at time. Main time from there, J-Max would drop his song. So I had to call J-Max, telling him, yeah, that song is mine. Don't drop the song. And J-Max was like, that's not my problem. You talk to Yo Maps because you paid Yo Maps. I was like, yeah, well, I have to talk to Yo Maps, but you also don't drop the song before we get to an agreement.
Okay.
Yeah, then J-Max was like, me, I'm going to drop the song today.
Okay, so you tried calling Yo Maps and Yo Maps never picked up.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get back to him, let's get to hear what Yo Maps said concerning this issue which is happening. Because in this clip, Yo Maps claims to say this guy never called him. He never said. In fact, Flavor Don, after a song from J-Max, it blows, it becomes a big song. Then Flavor Don's just comes out and say, "Ini nyimbo yanga." Let's get to hear what Yo Maps say and compare these two statements.
Adola. Social element is in Danga, Edishanyuk. The guy. Achinka pasana lero zona. Someone of them guys are buasuka zona. We had Flavor Don, namponi Flavor Don, namponi wiso, nshimwishi beno kumushi wabwino bwino. Ewe, mwela stati umunenu ngafunya olwimbo. Ero nomba mwanya mapipingo ati lula lwimbo lwandi asendele kulini. Nishi wetawafumishe pa festing alwali lwimbo lo. Amano ya ifyo yali pwakale ashere mu 2018, not mu 2019. Stadwe muntu lebo mbesha fene fintu fyo lefu ati abana obekano nga bakise nomba oyise omonekere palasti uko kutumpo komanjo ile nyimbo yako ya J-Max tapaba n'omuntu mbu mwina wa nyimbo ida ile nyimbo yako ya J-Max no apangire na fyonse ni nevo no ambire na production ila ni nevo no apangire fyonse fe ni nevo so ile ntuntumbati no rimbo lwandi walusendele kwisa wachaire kwisa ko kwine festo ko wachaire because ufiro kulandana in festo no tuambo kulandana J-Max ifyabo as a guy turekula chef ali mbakale so sikwete vyakulande things sana banachinkali pasana there's no muntu tuamba vyokula bwata no ati walisti ya song shiba guy mwabere fizone mulafira vyokutotonkanya vyokupanga fe nyimbo ili yobe wapanga fe yobe yafuma chapwa kukwata fyamano fakata fyamano papa wachacha ifyo yobe shakwe bati no muno bengafumya ye nomba mbokola bwasuka no lwimbo lwandi tarambo kulala ndefya bulama nonesha abantu bali tupera respect tafya pange zenzi so not tukubekesha batungu mfena foot.
All right, so this is what is happening right here. Flavor Don says that he called Yomaps for about 2 days and Yomaps never picked up his call. But Yomaps in that particular video says that Omgaizi should have waited and probably talked to Yomaps before going pa media okulala ndanjere vali mwibire nyimbo shanshani. You've made clarification saying that you did not come up with the production of the song. Yeah, which Yomaps makes in there. But what's your reaction to what Yomaps said? Because obviously you being the victim in this, you must when you heard about this, when you saw this, you must have had something, you know, to react about.
Yeah, I'm working on that one. Just that I want to do something about it. Then the moment I was planning to do something about it, Yomaps himself had to call me saying I should remove the audio on YouTube, the one I was talking with J-Max. So I was like, no, I wouldn't remove that one. First, we have to talk. Then when we come up with an agreement, that's when I would remove that one.
Okay, so let's get to listen to the audio where Flavor Don was talking to J-Max, and then let's get to hear how these two got about it.
Mona J-Max, umutende urafueka music ka? Umutende urafueka no mata washuka kwenu. Iyo problem ngafuka mfonde kwenu. Mona J-Max, Yomax mfonde kwenu balo. Yo ni balo fuwa ndio fana leo. Yo the problem yanti. So yo vole ndio yo teto ndio ni drop song ko swa song yo yo shishi bon. Mona song yanti na drop kale tawayo mpapo song. Ule hapa profile. Nishinana unaoya mpandos yorande no wapijire njama J-Max mona isong yo iwe ari kulire mpia mona J-Max yo fya free wanje wachari pere free you are umuntu tete akupere fe uruyimbo fe from nowhere okay kasho mwepshe mona mwana sendershani yori mwana sendershani ine ndiye mna wati mwali panga vya madiru amrishamo mamuna chava since namkwata kweshina emwe mwapanga madiru mona yoma mona iwe inena ngora libulisha mona ngora limpele ndara mishingi te problem yanti so mona so iwe tetu ule ntumira phone mo ndane drop rembo because yetu problem yanti so pele gairi no change na chafa ndolero drop song nomba na mona tawachifika bwino gairi umuchinsho tawachifika bwino ule tawachifika kulanda so no funa la kusta na la drop rembo ule ngora ndara maps we okay, oshitefya urefu abati no mchinshi ni mkupera J-Max if yara chitike mona if yara chitike fili fyonse inena ipaku kutumina phone shashitumpa wamona.
All right, so that's pretty much what was happening right there. So many things happening, and you know, This gives an idea to say, this guy, Yomaps, J-Max, what are they really up to? So is it true to say that Omontunga Blower, they always try to sit down on the new talent which is coming on board? Because this is clearly what we are seeing or what we are hearing in this. Now, let's talk more about you. What's the way forward with you and Yomaps? Are you guys going to resolve to anything, or maybe yada bafia ni beef if in mwakula alanda tafia kula pwani continuous?
No, we have to talk something. We have to resolve this.
But have you tried calling him back again?
No, I've not.
Okay.
Because he said he'll call me, but he's not calling.
Okay, because I'm sure he only got to record himself of that video after when he heard what you and J-Max were talking about.
Yeah. Then after J-Max dropped his song, people were insulting on media, saying sort of things. That's how Yomaps was forced to do that video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Anyway, what's the way forward for you as an artist?
Yeah, as a way forward for me, I'm having a new song featuring J Cash, titled Fira Kontoroka, and more. I'm still bringing more songs.
Is the title inspired by what happened since if Nafi Benda so Fira Kontoroka?
No, it's about a crab lady. When she's at a crab, things always happen. Yes, things like that.
Okay, so you don't worry, you are a witness into all this. Were you there when he was making a deal with Yomaps?
Actually, I wasn't there, but when he talked to Yomaps, I was there.
Okay.
In his shop, like my friend. Okay, he called me. Like my friend, come. There's something which is going on with. I want to do a track with her. With Yomaps. Then I advised him that that's a good idea, but after they did the track, I advised him to take the track to put the track at a broke like a profile. Then she did all sort of things. Then afterwards we just heard like he was calling me like my friend. I heard the song. Like there's a remix for my song. So I was surprised, like how is it possible? Then he said that Yomaps sold my song. Then I was saying that no, you are joking. Then afterward, then I advised him that like call Yomaps so that this thing cannot go any further. But when he was calling Yomaps wasn't picking up because. Then I said okay, try to call J-Max. Then when they talked with J-Max, then there are all sorts of things which was...
So, no more advisor in short?
No. No, I'm not an advisor.
To him?
It's like my brother in music. So
okay.
When we want to do a track with a big artist, we get some advice.
Okay.
We just can't go. We get some advice from our friends like boy. Let's try because Yomaps is on peak. So that's why I'm not an advisor actually, but when we're doing music, we get advice from our friends.
One another. All right, so coming back to you, since you haven't decided yet what step you want to take with Yomaps, we'll leave it for the viewers, for the fans to actually tell you what you should do. So how can people get in touch with you? How can they get hold of you?
They can contact me on FB, Flavor Don Mumba, on Twitter, Flavor Don. Yeah, and on WhatsApp, I'm using the line 09764 47 78 and 09.
With the number once again?
0976 47 78 09.
Okay, so lastly, how do you promote your music?
I do promote my music on websites.
You don't have anybody managing you, anybody that's helping you out?
I'm having DJ Cuts, playing my songs on radios.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you've heard it first right here on the lounge, the first edition, the first episode for the month of April. So you've heard it right from here. There's something which is going on between Yomaps, J-Max, and Flavordon. We'll definitely get to the root, to the bottom of this. We'll need to find out who is at cause. But at the moment, stakes are showing really that Yomax is at fault, because even from the video evidence that we've provided to you, you can see that it's actually Yomax who is at fault. Because even J-Max, from the audio that we played for you, he mentions it to say the problem is with Yomax. Me, I've got no problem. Anani pasa nyimbo jam, guys. There's nothing I could do. Come on, so we really see where the problem is. But is this the type of artists or the type of entertainers that we want to raise right here in our motherland? Well, the answer is no. So let's get to mold and shape one another. Let's go on a short break, and then when we come back, we join PMC as he talks to our next studio guest right here on the lounge.
People, Achani Bakopala Mulife Bwino, I'm joined by the Republican President of Zambia, Mr. Edgar Chagwa-Lungu. Sir, how are you, and welcome to Bakopala Laka's show.
Thank you very much. I'm good. Katuishi Urishani.
Yeah.
No, I'm very much okay. Yes.
So, Sir, how's life and how's the State House?
State House is just okay. We are managing things in this country. Aye. Yes, pindu pepe wati amakriticism na pudisha. Yo gwembe kudichiwa ichiwocha taturamana.
But sir, you released some funds to go and capture that ghost. I don't know.
Yeah, she feel when they go amakriticism. People are busy criticizing. No president. This president Maria Shifie. Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, Mwapondo. So you've been seeing what has been happening on social media. What do you think about Prudence and Temper?
Chidiye chifukushi cha generator. Ile filo kwaka. Nangu vile baba ile transformer ya pile ku trans. Evya palana kuvivika pamo. Olo twasavika pamo chifukushi cha nani kale cha nsala. Olo twasabule chifukushi cha yale amalati yale shupa kale. Ikadiba bia ya umine. Chifukushi cha kwete ule Prudence.
So, what can you say about what are you doing in order to control such youths in our society and your government?
Let me tell you, William Bushiru. Well, that woman do your own TV while I'm yembale. Come here, Okushite, come here. You go to Ashley. Oh, wait, take you step along anyway.
My boss, mom, for us.
All right, so just trying to do a recap, just in case you missed out on that Bakopala right there area on. We did show you that piece of a clip right there as well. And also forgetting Professor Lances from having an interesting interview right there. How a lot of stuff happening right there as well. So the lounge, we get to talk about everything, something to do with entertainment, anything that's happening right there. And you can get to find out all those stories right here on the lounge. This time around, this morning, I'm privileged to get to have our studio guest, another guest as well, who's doing something very, very different. So, as much as he is a pastor on the other side, he has also decided to get to do a song, and we're going to be finding out about that. Good morning, how are you doing?
Morning, thanks. How are you, dear?
Fine, fine.
Okay.
Great having you on the show.
It's a pleasure.
All right, so for people who are watching right about now, they don't know maybe who I'm talking to right here. Let's start with the introductory part.
Well, I'm Mwanja Caesar from Chawama, Union Baptist Church, of course, pastor, and born from Siavonga. Went to school, Siavonga High School, and maybe the background, Lusito High School, Siavonga Base School, until Siavonga High School in 2005. That's when I completed. From there, I went to do theology, Fiwale Hill Bible College in Dola, Copper Belt. From 2008 until 2010 when I graduated. And then from 2011, that's when I came over to Chawama as a pastor.
Okay,
yes.
Very interesting right there. So which year are we talking about when you became a pastor?
Sorry?
Which year was it?
Yeah, I graduated from the college in 2010, and then I began pastoring in 2011.
Wow.
Yes.
Interesting stuff right there. Let's talk about something. You are taking up something very different right there. Not just you being a pastor, but also getting yourself into music. How is that? How are the two marrying? I know there's a lot of debates. People will still get to find out how that is. Yeah. But what made you to venture into music? Not just you, just considering you being a pastor and preaching the word of God.
Thank you. If you look at the Bible itself, and you look at specifically the book of Psalms, from Psalm number 1 to Psalm 150, you find that all those, most of the writings there, they are songs written by David, Asaph, and many other composers. So as for me, I thought in music, you can communicate effectively to the people. You know, even when you go to a church in a worship service, before you begin preaching, you see people worshiping God, praising God, singing all sort of songs. So I felt, since God gave me this talent, good voice that I can sing, it's good that I keep on using this talent and singing and also preaching the word of God. So I feel it's a good way of communicating the word of God.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on a different note, we're talking about you're trying to end something, child marriage.
Yeah, on this piece, I try to talk about ending early child marriages. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how is that? Because people still want to find out about that. How have you planned on doing that, and how are you putting it in writing?
Thank you. There are a lot of ideas that I try to bring together. First, I quoted two scriptures. The first one is Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6, which says, "Train up your child in the way he should grow, that when he grows up, he shall not depart from it. The second scripture is Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 1, which says, cast your bread on the waters, for after many days you find it. So now in those two scriptures, I tried to, in first stanza and second one, I was trying to explain those scriptures. Like parents, listen to what God says, train up your child in the way that he should grow, and when he grows up, he shall not depart from it. And then from Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 1, there I tried to explain that scripture as well, but I tried to bring in the backups now. Like the bread which is in our hands. As I was trying to think, how can I interpret this? It's more like the things that we have in our own hands. And those things are such as our children, our workplaces, our businesses. Those are the things that we have, the times that we have. And then casting on the water, it's more like you try to make investments. You try to be adventurous in life. Don't just sit idle like that. You try to do something so that you can earn a living. Now, in this particular song, I'm saying you take your children to school. So when you take your children to school, it's more like you are taking risks. You are venturing into adventurous programs. You know, when you educate your children, when they finish all their studies, they finish their colleges, they get employment, you begin reaping now the benefits, and then they have a better life to live. Now, these early child marriages, which is happening right now, it's not taking us anywhere. You know, because our children, when they're educated, they are going to be future leaders, you know. And a nation without education is doomed. So we need to be educated. When we're educated, we are promised of a prominent and a prosperous nation to come in the future, even in the church itself. The most members who are difficult, they are those who don't understand. Sorry to mention that, but the truth is, it becomes easier to communicate the gospel to the people who are able, they're able to see what you're talking about from the scriptures. They're reading for themselves. Like what the Bible says, the church of Thessalonians. After Paul preached, you know, the people were able to go home. They get the scriptures. They get what they were learning. They examine what God was saying. I'm not saying those who have never been to school, they cannot understand. No, the Holy Spirit does interpret things to the people and uses them differently. But I'm saying that it's easier to communicate to the people who've been impacted with the knowledge that they have acquired from their studies.
Truth be told, I feel your music and what you're doing right there needs to reach more in rural areas compared to urban areas. Because there's some reports that I've checked out, because I've spent so many times these days trying to read out what is happening, and statistics as well, checking out that most children or girls who are being married off are coming from rural. Because like you said, when a girl child is educated, meaning they have knowledge, impact as well in their life. So I feel there's more that needs to be done in rural areas, because urban, you find that there are a lot of things that gets to happen. People have knowledge, knowing that, okay, it's wrong to marry off their child. Sometimes it's not about the child. Sometimes you find that in rural areas, you find that parents are marrying off their children because they want to sustain life. Sometimes. I don't know what word of advice would you have to parents who are watching right about now and they are practicing that such to their children because of maybe poverty, maybe they want to gain something. I don't know. What word of advice would you have for them?
Well, if you listen to this song very well, the second last and the last stanzas, in fact, I'm saying these young children that are married off at a tender age, you find that they fail to manage even their own children. They fail even to take care of their homes because why? They are young. And then this is the reason why you find a lot of maybe breakdown in marriages today, gender-based violences, because they are young. They can't understand what marriage is. And you go to the hospital, find a lot of children who are born as a result of they're premature.
But you find the same Bible says, obey your parents.
Exactly.
And maybe because it's not children's fault. Parents, like I said earlier on, parents are the ones who are making their children to be married off. So I would like to find out, this is where I'm trying to drive my points on. Because like you said, when a girl child is educated, they have knowledge, impact. But talking about people who are not educated, but they have knowledge about the Bible. And, you know, they say we have to obey parents. So my question is, I'm trying to find out from you, is that children who are married off and they want to obey their parents, what should they do?
Thank you. In fact, that scripture is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 1. Obey your parents. It doesn't end there. It says, obey your parents in the Lord. So this simply means that if a parent is suggesting to me, my daughter, my son, or my daughter, I want you to be married at this tender age, I, as a daughter, I need to sit down with my parent. I try to reason with them. Because at the end of the day, they're not supposed to force me. It's part of human rights, no? You've got a right of education, a right of freedom, but they cannot push you over into early marriages because after all, it's your future. It's all about you. One day your parents are going to die. You remain suffering. So in as much the Bible says obey your parents, there is an allowance where you can sit down and talk with your parents. And then the last stanza of that song, it's an invitation to all the chiefs in all the places where they are, be in Zambia here, in all the parts of the nation and everywhere in these parts of Africa. Let us unite together and all the courts of law will stop this vice of early child marriages. Because the young children who are growing, they are a future forest. That's what the last part says of this song.
All right. Your remix, I wish we could go on and on, but anything that you have to say as your remix, when your song is out, I would love to have an access to your song so that I can have a listen to them as well. What plans do you have as your remix as we are wrapping up?
Well, I just want to encourage all the viewers and those who really want to go back to school. I want to encourage them to say the sky is the limit. You should not look down to say you failed, no matter how many times you failed. I, for one, I sat for grade 7 exams twice.
Wow.
I sat for grade 9 exams twice in Siavonga, southern province of Zambia. That's the kind of life I went through. I never went to school in a luxurious clothing and the like, never. I used to put on a trousers which had cut. I don't know, I've forgotten that term, how you call it. That's what I was, Bermuda. That's what I was using. You can imagine, I went into grade 8, my auntie gave me a blouse without a collar. It only had something like a collar. That's what I was using going to school. Grade 8 and 9, I went use my shoe. I remember my mother had bought a shoe in grade 7. And when it finished, I started getting my Dunlop number. That's the kind of life I went through. I was going in the bush looking after animals. Sometimes not even going to school. But I never stopped to say, I don't have money. My dad died when I was in grade 3. That's 2005. But by the grace of God, He has seen me through, and here I am. I completed my school, and God has called me into the ministry. And thank God He has given me also something else to do. So my encouragement is that do not limit yourself. Do not look just at where you are. God can still open the way out. Go out there, ask for peace works, like what I did in 2005 when I was in grade 12. A
quick one, we're behind time.
Thank you. Yeah. I really wanted to go at St. Canisius in Monze there to go for tuitions. When we closed in term 1, I didn't go for holiday. I remained at school. I was modding blocks. I was keeping the school surroundings clean. Until when they opened, the school paid for me. That school fees that my mother wanted to pay for me, I used it to go for tuitions. So you can do something.
It's good having you. And I know it was a few minutes behind time, but I'm looking forward to the day that you're going to drop the songs. Please share those songs. I'm looking forward to those as well.
The song is dropped already.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to be having a listen to them as well. So good having you as well, as we are still on the lounge this morning right on Prime TV. Hope you're having an awesome time as we're still talking about what's been happening as far as entertainment is concerned. Like we said, if something is happening somewhere, we're still going to be talking about it right here. How about we go to Dub G? He has a current brand new single, something entitled The King Dandy. On the other side, we get to close up with the show right here with Professor Lance. I hope we get through though. I hope we get through because the network might be very bad. Trying to find out from him right here as well on 96.1 FM as we are still together right here on Studio 961 Countdown as we are still counting down to local songs right here on Pan African Radio. So he has a brand new single that is entitled The King Dandy. G.
Yo.
How are you doing?
I'm cooling, fam. I'm cooling.
How have you been though?
I've been great, man. I've been great. It's great to finally be back.
Yeah, it's great to have you in 2019. People missed your music like big time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's talk about King Dandy. King Dandy, current brand new single. We've been playing it, and we played it, and we're still playing it right here. What made you to drop such a short song? And very interesting, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Well, basically, man, like, the whole time that I was away, I was trying to find my style again, you know what I mean? So I started playing a lot of my old music, and I found that when I was younger and I was just coming into the game, the one thing that I really loved to talk about was just, like, fashion and clothing and all of that stuff. So I just said, look, this is something that I was passionate about back then, but then, you know, growing up, like, there's all these other things that happen in between. You sort of start to lose that hunger, and I was like, wait, this is what made Dope G. It was the raps about the clothes and just looking fresh and fly with witty punchlines. So I told myself, I said, look, let me do something which is in the same lines, because I really wanted to feel like I still had the same hunger that I had when I just came into the game. So that's exactly what I did when I got into studio. The guy called Easy, the producer, went and worked at it, and I thought about it. I was like, wait, who represents fashion and just like over the top, like is just
in March? Anything from Dope G that you have done, that you planned as well for 2019 in the month of March?
Well, you know, if you know anything about me by now, it's just that I don't really like to, you know, talk about the things that are coming, because sometimes I feel like it restricts things just in case they change. But for the month of March, my biggest achievement, of course, for March was just releasing the single, you know, and, you know, that I put information on, and you can access it on any network. So it's *660# on MTN, *227# on Airtel, and *367# on Zamtel. So just go out there, select Dope G from the list that you're going to get, and I always give out advice. I cover the journey. I talk about the journey from before Zone Fam to during Zone Fam to right now, you know what I mean? So, like, I always give tips, but I tell people, I'm like, look, find what it is that is unique about you, because you don't want to end up sounding like everybody else. When you think back at everyone who's come up in the past, like down many years down the line, you know, I still perform songs from 2011, 2012.
All right, so that's pretty much what Dope G was trying to explain of his current brand new single, something entitled King Dandy. So basically, he was trying to explain, saying he drove the inspiration from Dandy Crazy and decided to come back in the game feeling like just dropping something right there and just doing a couple of research. And he felt like when he was coming up in the game, he was so hungry for good music and deep rap, and he feels like this time around, I still need to give the people what they've been crying for right there. So yeah, check out the brand new single, very short but very catchy, something produced by Easy, the producer, right there as well. I don't know if you've listened to the song, King Dandy.
King Dandy, I have. Yeah, so you know, like, we're behind time, so let's just read a couple of messages, and then we get to wind it down. So this one says that Flavordon, don't worry, we are with you. All right, and then this one says, morning PMC, I'm Pablo. Okay, we are not playing music videos, neither are we playing music on this particular show. And this one says, nice show, I'm happy, Vanarabi. Okay, good to know that Vanarabi is watching right here. And then this other one says, Flavordon said that he transferred some amount of money to Your Maps. For the program to be solved, go to Airtel and confirm if the money was transferred to Your Maps. Then we'll believe that something happened. D. Ichi from Livingston. All right, so another view right there. And then this other one says, Your Maps is to blame. How can he sell a concept of the song to two artists? No wonder these upcoming artists destroy each other. And then this other one says, Flavordon, so who was wrong between you and J-Max? It's Uzi from Chikankata. Good to know that Chikankata is watching Prime TV. Keep on watching Prime TV. This one says, Ish, I'm disappointed with J-Max and Your Maps. They should sit and talk about it man to man, not perform. I'm Sejo in Mazabuka. And then this other one says, I'm Saliji from Chingola. Don't forgive them. Wow. Mr. Google says, why celeb is just selfish. That's not what we do. And then he says, Your Maps is the problem. So let me just read three more. so that we get to wind up. This one says, hey guys, all looking good. Why is it that people want to bring down people who made it in their own struggle when they were not there? Please just leave the boy your maps and go make your own name and firm itself. Moses OMZ. And then this other one says, wow, this is a long one. You know what? Let's not blame 408 Empire, but the truth is groups are difficult to run everywhere. Example, look at Abba God. They splitted because it's difficult to have same interest. We are different people. And he says Flavor Don should stay away because when a J-Max ni majang, he's just an upcoming. Let him humble himself. The problem is Yomaps. He's not faithful. I could see in his clip. Nikulukum guys. Nomba ni vilai fiche hivi azasira. And Flavor Don, I can be your manager. We deal with plagiarism. Yeah, Yomaps. I'm Chester Mulife from Ballaston. And then the last one, we have quite a number of text messages, but unfortunately we can't read. Oh, this last one says, J-Max and Yomaps bali ba urwimbo urwakwa Flavor Don na Papa Taboy. All right, so these are a few text messages that we could accommodate, unfortunately, on the show because we've run out of time and we have actually overrun. Yeah, so
too much. Too much.
So we are saying our bye-byes right
before
here.
Before that, I want to wish a big happy birthday. I know she can be a role model to other people.
Okay.
But yeah, she's someone that will be talking about a whole lot of stuff. Happy birthday to Kantu. Yeah, I know you didn't see the cameo as well. I just want to wish you happy birthday and happy more retains. And a big one, by the way. Hope you get to enjoy your birthday today. She was born.
Today she was born.
Yeah.
All right, that is awesome, and happy birthday to you. So not only to her, but everybody that's celebrating their birthdays today, we are saying happy birthday to you. And if you are celebrating your marriage anniversary today, happy Ichupo. And those that are marrying this Saturday.
Happy claiming talent. Claiming, if there's such a thing.
Yeah, happy good talent.
Going out to ZMed for making sure that we look like this.
Yeah.
Going out to them as well. And going out to every guest who came through right here. We're saying
bye. We see you next Friday.